Have you ever felt like you're the best kept secret in your industry? You've put in the years, you've done the work, you have the knowledge, but when you look around, it feels like you're invisible. If that sounds familiar, you're in the right place. Because today we're going to talk about the hidden force that keeps brilliant experts like you from getting the recognition they deserve. If you're a reluctant expert over 40 who actually knows their stuff but feels like a ghost online, you're in good company. I'm Kendra Losey, and I help business owners go from invisible to in demand and become the obvious choice without the exhausting charade of pretending to be perfect. You have decades of experience. You are a master of your craft. So why are you a ghost online? Why do you watch completely frustrated as people with a fraction of your knowledge get all of the attention, all the clients, and all the credit while you're still polishing page 47 of a plan that will never see the light of day? The problem isn't your expertise. In fact, that expertise is the very thing holding back your career and your business. It's not what you know. It's a hidden fear that has convinced you that being perfect is more important than being present. Today, we're not just going to diagnose that fear. We're going to kick it to the curb and leave it behind. This is the core of the issue, what I call the expert's paradox. The more you know, the harder it is to share your expertise. You have spent 20 plus years mastering your field. And because of that, you can see every nuance, every exception that a beginner simply can't. Your curse is that you can't unsee the complexity and hidden dangers. And that's where paralysis begins. When you sit down to write a post or hit record on a video, that inner librarian of yours starts screaming, wait, you can't say that. You forgot these 12 caveats. And that's a gross oversimplification. You need to add 3 more layers of context. And the result is you either say nothing or you produce something so dense, so comprehensive that it's utterly useless to the people you're trying to help. Because if you think everything is important, nothing will be. And here's the brutal truth. The reputation that you're trying to protect doesn't exist if no one knows who you are. In the digital world, silence isn't interpreted as wisdom. It comes across as irrelevance. While you're in your cave, your home office, aiming for a flawless masterpiece, your audience is getting their problem solved today by someone brave enough to show up. This isn't a character flaw. It's a structural problem that comes with experience. You've earned your stripes, but now those stripes, they're heavy. They weigh you down. It makes you believe that everything you publish has to be a legacy-defining work. This pressure creates paralysis. I've seen it time and time again, and you're stranded on what I call Perfection Island, constantly preparing, polishing, and never launching the boat. For years, we've been sold a lie about perfectionism and being perfect, that it's a high standard, a sign of excellence. How many times have you used it as a classic non-answer in a job interview? Oh, I'm sorry. My greatest weakness? I'm just too much of a perfectionist. We wear it as a badge of honor. I know I've done that. And at its core, perfectionism is a paralyzing fear of judgment, the fear of failure, the fear of being exposed as a fraud that you secretly might believe you are. It is the ultimate shield against vulnerability. If I just make it perfect, the lie goes, no one can criticize me. If it's flawless, no one can say I'm not good enough. It is a constant and exhausting chase for the impossible. This mindset is a direct line to anxiety, burnout, depression. It's the voice that creates the draft's graveyard The folder on Google Drive with half filled and finished articles and brilliant ideas that are about 90% complete, but will never be born. They'll never see the light of day. Each one of those is a ghost of connection that you never made and an impact that you never had. The right time is now. And the real cost, it isn't just lost revenue. It's the slow, quiet death of your confidence. Every time you fail to hit publish, that you say you'll do it tomorrow, you reinforce the belief that you're not ready, that you're not enough. This is the spiral that links perfectionism to imposter syndrome, and you feel like a fraud. You use perfectionism to overcompensate, to prove your worth through exhausting work that never feels finished. The ultimate irony is that while you're agonizing over a single comma or how to word something, someone else is imperfectly but publicly sharing their journey and the information they learned 5 minutes ago. And they are the ones building trust, community, and real world authority. Pause for a moment. Think about it. What's currently rotting in your ideas or drafts graveyard? What's the one project that you've been perfecting for weeks or months or years? I want you to name it in the comments below. Do it for you, not for me. You have to move it out into the light because naming it is the first step to moving beyond it. Trust me, I've been there. I still fight with this sometimes. How do we escape Perfection Island? How do I help clients get past that? It starts with a focused mindset shift. We have to abandon this idea of perfect and embrace the power of good enough. This is not about lowering your standards or shipping out garbage into the world. You're an expert. Your B+ work is an A+ to 99% of the world. This is about recognizing the law of diminishing returns. That final 10% of polish you kill yourself over takes 90% of your effort. And your audience will not even notice this. They don't need a 40-point dissertation answering simple questions. They need one simple insight that solves their problem today. They only need their next step. You have to shift your goal from perfection to progress. Your job isn't to create a marble monument to how much knowledge you have. Your job is to be a guide, showing up consistently to reveal the next step. Authenticity builds more authority than boring perfection ever will. People don't connect with perfect, they connect with human. Seeing your progress gives them permission to be imperfect too. The most successful experts online aren't flawless. They are ruthlessly present. They show up, they share, they engage, and they build relationships over time. They understand that imperfect action always, always, always beats perfect inaction. A mindset shift is nothing without action. So here are 3 tools that you can use starting today to break that cycle. First, set time constraints. Perfectionism will expand to fill whatever time you give it. So give it less time. Set a timer. Give yourself 2 hours to write and publish a blog post, not 2 weeks. Your goal isn't to create the best thing in the world. Your goal is to get the ideas out of your head and into the world. Constraints force clarity and creativity. Use them. Number 2, adopt the share one thing rule. Stop trying to download 30 years of experience into one piece of content. It's overwhelming for you and for your audience. Instead, just share one thing, one tip, one insight, one story, one answer to a question that you get all the time. This makes creating content and showing up super simple for you and incredibly digestible for your audience. It makes a huge difference. Number 3, intentionally practice being imperfect. This is going to feel weird, but it is the most powerful tool you have. Force yourself to deliberately publish something you know isn't perfect. A video where you stumble over a word or say the word A blog post with a sentence that might feel a little awkward, or an idea that you're not sure about, but you're going to put it out in the world and see what happens. A social media post with a typo that you notice after you post it. You have to resist the urge to fix it. This builds your resilience to the fear of judgment. You'll quickly learn a profound truth. Nobody cares as much as you do. They won't notice the flaw, but they will notice that you showed up and gave them value. That you answered a question they didn't know they had, or you answered a question they did have. For decades, you've built an incredible body of expertise. It is your greatest asset, and it has been held hostage by the fear that claims to protect it. Perfectionism has lied to you. It told you that you're not ready, that you need more time, that the world demands flawlessness, that the standards are incredibly high. The world doesn't need your perfection. It needs your wisdom. It needs your experience. It needs you to show up exactly as you are right now. The biggest risk isn't publishing something imperfect. The biggest risk is staying invisible and letting your knowledge die in a drafts folder somewhere. You can stay on Perfection Island, endlessly polishing a message in a bottle that you will never, ever send. Or you can build a raft, embrace the messy and imperfect journey, and finally share the value you've spent a lifetime creating. Your audience is out there waiting. They want to hear from you. They want to know what you know. If this has resonated with you, hit subscribe because we are going to continue this journey from invisible to invincible. Stay tuned for next week as we talk about overcoming imposter syndrome.